That's
Like
what
what?
you just said. Maybe you should record how you come on, and that should be part of the intro as well.
Like what? Like a commercial
Woods report. Like what is that what is the Almond Mills, that commercial that come on?
Oh,
like that. You sound like him.
Okay.
Welcome to another Woods report.
Okay, all right, whatever. However y'all want to do it, it don't matter to me. Okay, so I know you because you watched The View, and then I don't know what you're gonna talk about, but I think you said you was gonna talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene.
The big comment about her, that knucklehead lady. Bless her heart. Bless her heart. Like the old our grandmothers knew would say, bless her heart. Well, she don't know nothing.
I don't want to bless any heart of Marjorie Taylor Greene. Bless her heart.
Well,
does Marjorie Taylor Greene even have a heart?
No. This is what we do. Lord have mercy. That's all you can say. Lord have mercy. Because he has to be the one to have mercy on their souls.
That lady.
We can only watch them do crazy, say crazy, be crazy, hurt crazy.
There was Kanye news, but I'm not going to do it today because I can't. It's every day it'll be Kanye.
You made a good point, though. Everybody was spotlighting Kanye's crazy.
Well, let's talk about. Hold on, just relax. Everybody, calm down and relax.
Kanye's crazy can't hurt nobody. This lady,
yeah,
that's dangerous. Let's hear what Whoopi said.
What, Ma?
Because she has a position in the White House.
So Marjorie Taylor Greene, they spoke about Marjorie Taylor Greene today, and about the comments that she made. Where was she at? Like some function or something?
Yeah, on
Did
stage.
she win an award or something?
I think it was Nixon. Sarah even said, "Really, Nixon award? That's even ironic." Okay. Let's hear a little bit of her speech.
All right.
2 years into the Biden administration, but for some far right-wing Republicans, the 2020 presidential election still is not over. The White House is calling out Marjorie Taylor Greene after she told this weekend's New York young Republicans at their gala that the insurrection would have ended differently if she had been running things. Take a look.
January 6th happens, and next thing you know, I organized the whole thing along with Steve Bannon here. And I want to tell you something, if Steve Bannon and I had organized that, we would have won. Not to mention, it would have been armed.
This is someone who...
Even the crowd went, oh.
She made good sense here, as Secretary of
Press Secretary.
Let her talk.
Who is expected to have their committee positions restored. So we should let that sink in. Again, this is coming from a member of Congress. All leaders have a responsibility to condemn these dangerous, vile remarks and stand for our Constitution and also for the rule of law.
Now, of course,
Sarah said,
what?
The question, what does winning look like when you said you would have won?
Yeah, you would have hung Mike Pence.
You would have gotten to Mike Pence. You would have destroyed
Nancy Pelosi's
office or beat her down if you saw her. What is winning in this whole January 6th?
They would have won.
And armed. And Whoopi had to read off the note of how many officers were there. People still came with their own little flag posts.
Maybe more officers would have been
died.
Yeah, if winning to her means that.
And the comment later on that she was being sarcastic. And
I do believe that she was being sarcastic.
No, Joyce said she don't even know the word sarcastic because that's not sarcasm.
No. Let's break this down.
How would you be sarcastic?
Hold on, everybody relax and calm down. Okay. First of all,
you got mama laughing.
Wendy said, hello, beautiful stars.
Hey, Wendy.
She said, Marjorie said, F Biden. I'm sure she did. And how disrespectful. All right. You got to get in the minds of these psychopaths. That's what I'm saying. You guys are taking them
So that's her being sarcastic.
Just like Trump.
If I was there,
yeah,
I would have got like 1,500 people.
It's like comb over. People take him way too sick. They think when he says something, it's like a normal person speaking. That's not how they talk.
Okay.
They don't talk like, we got to stop doing that.
Okay.
The
Every
same,
little word that comes out of
the same
their
thing
mouth.
with Kanye and stuff. It's like, we got to stop acting like these people are regular, normal people. They're not. They do stuff for shock value.
Yeah.
It's like Elon Musk. They're trollers.
Yeah.
And when trollers talk, a lot of times they speak different when you talk to them one-on-one than they do when they're in front of a camera.
But she's been consistent.
Well, she's been consistent because everybody keeps calling her the crazy gun lady.
Yeah.
So that's why I think she threw that in there. Not only that, we would have
came
been armed. Like, I'm the crazy gun lady. So of course they would have been there.
You would have taken out the lives of more cops.
Exactly. So, but the bottom line is, whether I think that they are trolling or not, the bottom line is she's a congresswoman.
I know.
She's not a TikToker.
Thank you.
A TikToker can get on their ass. I were president. Every house I have a pot roast. That's different than if Biden says every house should have a pot roast.
Thank you. Yes.
She's a congresswoman.
Consider the source.
So you can't be sarcastic or try to be funny, which you should leave that to comedians.
Thank you.
Or if you are telling the truth, be crazy.
Stay in your lane. But you can't be crazy as a politician. You have an office to uphold.
Thank you.
You took an oath. You are walking in. You're not like Kanye, just an entertainer writing songs and maybe get some shoes or whatever. You are a politician.
She's worse than Kanye.
Thank you.
And I'm tired of everybody, even though he's a lunatic.
Yes.
I'm tired of everybody putting him the main attraction,
the main high spotlight.
But they never spotlight her or that Carrie lady or any of those.
Yes.
They spotlight Kanye,
right,
and Kyrie.
The microphones are right to their mouths to expose their crazy.
What is Kyrie gonna do? He plays he's a basketball player.
He'll go right back to the courts.
What
and
is
play
Kanye
his game.
gonna do?
He may write a song. He may get some more shoes to put out or a T-shirt to put on a homeless person.
But a congresswoman who's on a committee
who makes laws,
which is what the press secretary was just saying.
Yes,
that's important.
That's very important. Thank you. That's why she's been the big news today. But there are her counter. What do you call it? Her workers, people that work alongside of her. I was expecting the boos like Elon had received when Dave Chappelle took him on there. And how passive a lot of times people are in her field, in her world, because a lot of times it's almost like how people reacted when Will Smith got on stage and did the slap. People in the audience was like, "Is it real or is it not? Should we boo? Should we?"
People
we don't know.
Always,
should we say anything?
People
should
always they never boo.
Yeah,
when the person is in front of you. Because they probably feel like later on they'll go home and go, wow, we probably should have said something. And she knows the right audience to say it in front of. I think if she had a whole different audience, like a bunch of us, we may boo her. We may say, get off the stage. Girl, you crazy. Yeah. But she knows who her audience is. They're all kind of yipping behind her. I think they thought she was joking, which she said she was being sarcastic. So they was cheering that on. That's what they do with Trump. They cheer him on when he's being sarcastic and stuff. Right. But Joy brought up a good point. She said, President of Peru tried to overthrow the government. They took dude out that same day. They didn't wait and have no conference and a special committee. Oh no, they said they got him down. And then recently, I'm hearing it's a group of people in Germany. Oh yeah, they made a big stink with the whole government trying to overthrow. Yeah, they're all like 12 of them or something. They all arrested. Why do we in this free country land? Thank you for the freedom, Lord. I think we're taking advantage of that. Yeah. And even in how we move and operate and put things, make sure things stay in order and not get out of order and cause confusion. We don't move fast enough because we're thinking, if we move too fast, what are they going to think? Is our freedom being stepped on? Or they're taking our liberty away. Don't take our guns. Well, my thing is, if a person says something, I don't care. It's when you do something that I care. The people who stormed the Capitol on January 6th, that is treason. They didn't just say things. I don't care physically what anybody says. I don't care how they try to spin it. I don't care that Trump says that they should be free. Those are American citizens. If any other group would have done that, they would have shot us down before we even got inside the building.
Right.
So that's the bottom line.
But you know what? Sonny was bringing up numbers, percentages of the number of people who feel justifiable for using force.
Yeah.
When it comes to the situation in January 6th, there are a lot of people who feel like that was okay.
Because they were
scary.
told.
That's scary.
Because they were told that the election was stolen.
But that's scary to think by force. That's the key word. You're right. Saying out there yelling, calling people names, whatever. But the moment you physically go and tear something, hurt something,
they did.
That's scary.
They did, like I said, not the equivalent of what Will Smith. You
that
think
privilege.
You have the right to walk on stage on live television and smack somebody and not think anything was going to happen.
No repercussion of it.
They did, of course, way worse. Yes. We're not trying to say that
they probably felt entitled.
Entitlement. It's an entitlement. It's a thing of feeling you're entitled. No other celebrity would have done that.
Thank you.
That's what I'm saying.
No matter how angry they were.
But it's because he's a top box office person. He felt entitled. They did the equivalent as far as on a main thing and feeling entitled to go into that.
This is my country. How dare you? You guys are lying to blah, blah, blah. Take this.
Exactly.
Take this. And that's wrong.
And it's still entitlement. The fact that she even made a sarcastic or truth or whatever, that's entitlement.
Yeah.
A black woman would have never said that. A black congresswoman would have known her job would have been taken away from her.
Thank you.
If she said that.
She'll be dismissed
so it's entitlement.
Quickly,
it's
so
entitlement.
Quickly.
And the black people who say there's no such thing as white privilege, you're morons. I don't even talk to black people that say there's no racism, there's morons. There is morons. That there's no racism, that there's no white privilege, that everything is the same.
We're all treated the same.
I can't wait for those days where they're standing outside in the rain and try to hail a taxi. I want lightning to come and strike. They don't have to die, but just hit their briefcase or knock their hat off or something as 16 cabs drive past them and leave them out in the thunderstorm. Then they crawl back to their house with their briefcase, soaking wet.
Yes.
Usually most of the time, it's black people that live in nice neighborhoods.
Right.
No black person that live in a bad neighborhood or whatever is white. It says that.
Right.
And they most likely either married to somebody white.
Little bit of privilege.
They either married to somebody white or they have a lot of white friends.
Well, I got to add to it. That's why I was saying keep talking, but I was saying they felt the privilege.
Yeah.
That's why they feel like they're in
or
that
they
category.
Married to somebody white or have white friends and they belong to the golf course or whatever. And nothing has ever happened to them. Nothing has ever happened. When I go on the golf course, they play golf with me.
I have no problems.
They don't talk about me. No. Until there's some hidden recording of their friend talking about them behind their back.
He's brought up.
Well, she's a safe Negro.
Oh, gosh.
Candace Owens is a safe Negro.
So they were talking about you. Oh,
yeah.
That couldn't have been.
So it's other than, and then when they have a friend like Kanye, who's Candace, she got to go around all those white people with her their glasses of eggnog doing Christmas and ask her, that's your friend. What about it? Yeah. And she has to defend that she's friends with this crazy Negro.
See,
so now
and she can't go a number of ways. She may not defend him.
No, she has to defend it. Wow. But if a white lady like Marjorie Greene comes in, she can drink her eggnog standing next to Candace, and no one asks her anything about what she said on stage. But somehow Candace will walk away with her bottle head and say that there's no such thing as white privilege. There's no difference between black and white people. But yet you get treated like a house Negro every time. All right. Wendy says the psychopaths are taking over. She's a demon. Exactly. Marjorie. Emerald says, hi, ladies. Hey. Annette Bozeman says, fire, clap, laughing emoji. Tom N says, law, move in and get the guy before he says something to Congress, brings crooked waters into the picture. I don't know what you're talking about, Tom, but if it's against Marjorie, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. We was just saying how privileged that she feels she is.
Exactly.
The crazy is all showcasing Kanye and Kyrie, all of these people. The crazy is her because of her position in politics.
Yes.
That's
because
dangerous.
She's a Congress.
That's dangerous.
And I don't understand white people. And I already talked about black people.
Right.
That's blind and crazy.
Okay.
What the thing with me with white people, I do understand how you can say there's no such thing as white privilege or whatever, because you're the one if you're the one that's in the main thing, you don't want everybody shooting at you. So you like, I'm not having any privilege. What's wrong? And maybe I understand you.
But then even to that point, they may not even notice that it is privilege because they're used to it.
But my thing is, don't fault the white people who do understand it.
Yeah.
Just like I'm a heavy girl. We're heavy.
Yeah.
We understand there's a difference between skinny and heavy.
Okay.
There's skinny privilege.
Yeah, it is. That's true. There's privilege for nice looking and beautiful and pretty.
Know. Are you guys?
You get the free Happy Meal at McDonald's.
Is this wrong? Are they ridiculous?
I don't know. We're trying to make the playing field.
Blind?
I think we're trying so hard to make the playing field so even. We don't even realize that it's not even across the board. So we got to speak that language
but just
to be accepted.
Look,
we don't want to bring truth to that. We don't want to put that on the table.
You could be a man and say there's something called male privilege. But it doesn't mean that you don't like being a man.
Yeah.
You can say, I do understand there's certain privileges I get for being a man.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't mean that you are less than a man for saying that.
Right.
So why can't white people say that?
You saying, admitting that is happening doesn't degrade you or below.
It doesn't make you racist. Yes. It doesn't make you a bad white person.
Yeah, you just recognize that there's the playing field is not the same.
You're smart enough to know that.
That to me is common sense, though.
A tall man knows he has a privilege over a short guy.
Now,
does that mean the tall man thinks he's better than the short man? No, but he knows in this world, short men get the short end of the stick.
And a lot of times, we understand we can beat that stereotype, or we can beat that whatever happened. Like, look at Kevin Hart. As short as he is, has nice looking wives, so it don't matter.
But he has money.
Money also helps the short man
because he can stand on his stack of money.
There you go, and get the most beautiful woman.
Right.
But we understand.
Okay, now that's the part. Now we saying something.
Right. Okay.
That's the part I do agree with a lot of conservative black people.
Okay.
And bobblehead Candace and stuff. Just because there is a differentiation, you don't live in it. Oh. Like you were saying, Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Yes, I know there's a difference. People make tall men over short men, but I'm not gonna let that stop me.
And Prince.
Like a Prince, perfect example. I'm not gonna let that stop me. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I could stand next to the tallest guy, and women still gonna say I'm sexy.
Shaq. He's standing next to Shaq at 7 feet.
People gonna say Prince.
He's still big.
Right. People gonna say Prince.
That's right.
So that's what I'm saying. Just because there is a difference, we know there's white privilege. We know there's things like that.
Right.
But as black people, you don't live in that. Right. You don't say, I can't do this because of this. Or they stopping me from doing this.
Yeah.
Or this and
normally
this. We know that
doesn't happen.
If God wants something for you to have something, I don't care who's in control, you gonna have it.
That's right.
Period.
That's right.
So we understand that.
Uh-huh.
And so if you understand that, then you don't live in that subordination. And if you're a woman, you don't say, well, I know they're gonna let men they're not gonna let a woman be a CEO, so I'm not even gonna go for the job.
Thank you.
You still go for the job to be the CEO.
Those glass ceilings and make things happen. Yes.
So that part I agree.
Right. Because we're trying to break those stereotypes and those the way of people's thoughts always in this box, the way they think.
You don't have to live in the box.
Well, we're waiting on the people that feel that the way Marjorie Greene feels.
That idiot. Wendy says T.I. is short and sexy. I didn't even know T.I. was short. See, he don't even act like a short guy.
Who he's married to, she's short.
But he don't act, when you see T.I., you don't think he's short.
Because he's married to a short lady.
Yeah.
And like Kurt Franklin. His wife is short.
No, I know he's short.
Well, we know he's short, but his wife is short, so we don't think about it.
No, I still think he's short. Even though his wife is short.
He must be shorter than T.I.
He must be. And Kevin Hart is short.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
think
he
that,
is.
I don't care how short his wife is or tall. They're short. But I don't think of short when I think of T.I.
Yeah, that's true. And I
right.
didn't know he was short.
I didn't know,
You
so that's a
sure?
good one.
Who's that? Wendy said
Wendy.
that.
Mhm.
How tall is he? What's short? 5'6"?
That's short. For a man.
How tall is he?
I don't know, but 5'6" is
You
short.
know what? If you find out his height, let us know.
5'6" is me.
Yeah, 5'6" is short.
Wendy
for a
Pearson
gentleman.
said confidence, and Annette says amen.
Yep.
All right,
Okay.
y'all. So move on.
So moving from Marjorie.
From Marjorie, we all
Just
know.
pray for her.
We all know that she's able to say what she's saying
Let's pray
because
for
of
her.
white privilege. That's why.
Yeah.
Whether she's crazy or not, they're never going to put the camera on her. It's going to always be on crazy Kanye, he's not even a
He's
congressman.
not a threat, really.
But she is.
She is. Yeah. Okay. And her and Carrie. What's her name?
Now, the ex-lawyer of Comb Over, he says he don't think Trump is going to run. He said he's just saying that now. He don't think he's going to run. He got too many legal issues.
Okay. It's
So-
too many things that's keeping
And he's
him on.
also keeping DeSantis kind of not saying nothing. So it's a play. That's all it is.
Too many criminal charges.
Too many criminal charges. Oh, you heard of that too, Ma?
It's gonna be.
Yeah, too many criminal charges. And he's trying to keep DeSantis in.
He's got a lot on this table. He needs to just clear that up first.
Emerald says, I tried chatting in Twitch, but you must follow for a month before it lets you. Oh. So that's why I said sign up now in Twitch, guys.
Oh, wow.
Because then you'll be signed on when we start going there.
Each platform is
Wendy
different.
says T.I. is 5'8".
That's not short.
That's kind of short. Not real short. That's average, right?
That's average.
That's
5'8".
average. But he's not tall, though.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, 5'8" is not tall.
So Kevin Hart is definitely shorter
Kevin
than
Hart
5'8".
is, yeah, he's
Prince
short.
is shorter than 5'8".
Yeah, they're short.
So that's probably why we don't think T.I. is short.
But 5'8" is short. He seems taller than 5'8", but he's not.
I think because he's thin.
Yeah. But that's a good one.
Okay.
T.I. We know Wendy like T.I. All right.
My mom, that's one song that my mom, one of his songs that she recognizes.
Indubitably.
What's the song?
Let me go ahead on and let me every time somebody say something, he gotta say something. Let me go on and address
I
this
just
for a
watched
second.
the movie that he was in.
I like T.I. though, but T.I. do gotta talk.
And what's his name?
Whatever.
Oh God, Fine Man.
I don't know who you talking. Denzel?
No, ABBA.
Is he still married?
ABBA.
What's his name? Fine, handsome black man. That was Idris. Yeah, they were in the movie together. It was an old one.
Okay.
Still married?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
time.
he's still married.
Yeah. All right, so
Go
let's
ahead.
move on. Indubitably.
You
Yeah.
can have whatever you like. Is
Yeah,
that it?
my mother know that
My mom
song.
likes that song. Okay.
All right. Speaking of fine men, Barack Obama. Michelle Obama reacts to fine video of Barack Obama. He came home and that's the first thing he said. Former First Lady Michelle Obama has been making her media rounds while promoting her new book. She has a new book. In her latest public appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live, Michelle spoke about life since leaving the White House, Christmas decor, and family trips and parenting. At one point, Jimmy asked the author about a viral video involving her husband and former President Barack Obama back in October. Obama spoke at a Democratic campaign rally in Detroit, Michigan, per People. During the speech, Obama began explaining that sometimes going on a campaign trail feels a little harder than it used to, not just because I am older and grayer. Before he could finish his statement, a compliment slipped through the crowd. A woman had yelled, "You still fine than a mother effer."
Yes, he said it.
Obama, flashing a wide grin, repeated a PG version of the compliment, telling the crowd, "I don't know if y'all heard that. She said I was so fine."
Uh-oh.
The former president kept the compliment going with jokey joke saying, "I'm not going to tell Michelle you said that," although Michelle does agree. She knows. So when she went on
Jimmy Kimmel.
when Michelle Obama went on Jimmy Kimmel, he asked her about that.
Yes.
Did she see that? She said she didn't see it, but she heard it.
Okay.
He came home and said, "Did you hear somebody said I was fine in a thing?" And she said, "I know. I heard," or something along those lines.
Michelle probably like,
But I remember her a while ago. Somebody had asked her about that, about her being married to him and women wanting him and all that. She said, I don't have time.
Wife, like Idris's wife.
She said, I'm a complete woman. I don't have time to be thinking. He know who he got.
Thank you, my sister. You are sure of yourself.
And Denzel Washington said that one time.
About
people were
wife.
saying that about him, and he said, I'm lucky to have her.
Yes. That's what his son said recently in an interview. He said,
he lucky to have my wife.
Mom. He was bragging about his mom. I love that.
So that's what Michelle, in other words, Michelle was saying, he lucky I'm here.
Whatever.
And I love how Jimmy Kimmel asked her, they was talking about Christmas presents and where do you get your Christmas wrapping and all this stuff. And Jimmy Kimmel said, you don't use classified documents from the White House that y'all to wrap your gifts for Christmas. And Michelle just was like this. She said, no. She says, if Barack had done that, he would be in somebody's jail. And the audience started clapping.
Yes.
If Barack Obama,
they wouldn't lose any sleep.
Did one thing Comover did, he would be under the jail.
They wouldn't even have a subpoena or anything. They wouldn't even go through all of that. Like they would just come at his house.
Flushing things down the commode.
They will come at that man's house with not even having no case or saying the judges this and that and handcuff him. And
if Barack Obama walked out like Comover did and had the Bible upside down, they would have impeached him.
2 Corinthians.
If Barack Obama said 2 Corinthians, they would have impeached him.
If he made a comment about any woman and their personal private parts.
I'm not even talking about like the main stuff. If Barack Obama was in the back seat of the car and black people were marching to break into the Capitol, even though they would have shot us down in the park.
We wouldn't have made it.
Let's just pretend that they would allow us to march. You haven't even seen it. It's so funny you can't even visualize it. But let's visualize it.
Get that far?
We're in the park and we're yelling about how the election was stolen.
Okay.
All right. From Barack. And we're mad.
Yeah.
Because this is the first black president.
Some of us holding
so his second term was stolen from him.
Yes.
And he's supposed to be president again. So all the black people decided.
Y'all cheated.
Like the Million Man March.
Stole it from us.
We all going to meet in Washington, D.C.
Yes.
And we're all going to storm the Capitol.
Yes.
And demand that the White House.
Now, this is not being told, so nobody knows that. They just see us coming.
Yes.
Physically.
No, we're in the park talking.
No, but I'm saying.
No, it is told. We're in the park.
They wasn't
Yes,
told.
they did. Yeah. He said, I'm going to march over there with you. He said it. Come over.
Oh, gosh.
They're in the
That's
park.
messing us up.
Hold on.
Just kept it on the down.
Everybody relax. This is fantasy world here, guys. All Negroes.
So they know we coming.
Maybe a few white people sprinkled in.
Okay.
Because just like it was like maybe 3 or 4 black people there.
Yeah.
That one black guy that we saw in the thing.
He stuck out, didn't he?
Sprinkle like 3 or 4 white people. They stick out like a sore thumb.
Okay, go ahead.
But all black people.
Okay, we coming.
And we're all talking.
Yeah.
We're all on the stage. People are up on the stage. Obama gets on the stage. And he says the election was taken from me.
Yes.
We need black people. We need to stick together.
We need to stand up and be tall about this. So we need to be heard.
We need to take this back. Biden
this is our country too.
Biden is the vice president.
Okay.
Now remember, so that's a white guy. That's the vice president.
Yes.
We're gonna hang him.
Ooh.
When we get in there, we're gonna hang him.
Because I felt like he should have done something.
Yes.
To at least turn this ruling around.
Yeah. So we're all in the park. We're talking.
Same storyline.
Yeah.
But just different people.
Now while we're doing first of all, they would have had the National Guard there 2 days earlier. But let's just pretend, for one sake of argument, they didn't know. And they would be ready. So we're talking, we're going to storm the Capitol.
Okay.
And Barack says, I'm going to lead the way. And I'm going to march down there with you.
Okay.
And I'll meet you there. And he gets in the car. And his Secret Service is driving. And he says, I demand you turn this car around and let me go back.
Okay.
So he reaches over, because remember, Comover reached over and tried to grab the steering wheel.
Yes.
At that moment, he would have been assassinated.
Yes.
In the car from the Secret Service man. Now, back to the black people that think they're going to march over. So they ain't got rid of him.
They don't know.
All the people in the Congress is in the office. The Congress is in the thing. The Senate, everybody's there. They hear that it's a bunch of black people getting ready to come over there. They don't even skip a beat. They still drinking their coffee. They still eat their sandwiches. Because they know.
They didn't move nobody out the
Nobody
room.
got moved. Biden's still sitting there. Biden's like, what? Whatever. Are we going to go ahead and finish this?
None of them moved.
Nobody was hiding under things. No secret rooms. No different apartments. Nobody's sitting. They died. They gonna be this their last day on earth.
They
None of
taking
that.
care of this. It's taken care of.
A group of Negroes.
Why should we worry?
We took care of that one in the car. He thought he was gonna reach over. The Secret Service is laughing. You know what he thought he did, Ralph? What? This man reached over and tried to grab the steering wheel. Man, I couldn't wait to get rid of him. Now he gave me a reason.
Oh my God.
Get him out of here.
Oh
now,
my
this
God.
group that think they gonna march down and
Yes.
storm the Capitol,
They don't make it, do they?
let's let them get maybe. We want them to feel
On the first
like
step?
no, they don't. Are you kidding me? Let's let them exit the park because we don't want to clean up all of that in the park. It's easier to clean the streets of blood than it is dealing with the grass and stuff. Let them get out of the park.
So how far do they get, pray tell?
They get up the street with their sign, Jesse Jackson, all of them. It's a hole in one. If you the guy on top of the thing, I get Jesse, I get Al Sharpton. Who else is out there? I'm taking them out.
Farrakhan joined.
Farrakhan, all of them, all of y'all. Hole in one.
That's funny. Oh my goodness. And that firing squad, that's it.
They're gonna be. They would call guys up on the roof that's brand new just so they can learn how to do target practice. Jack, you've been on the.
I got an eye on him.
He knew. He never shot a gun before. It don't matter. Just any of them you hit, Jack. Just go. You got it?
Anywhere you hit,
you got it, Jack? You good, Jack?
Okay, I'm ready to shoot.
Right, go ahead, Jack.
Let me know when
Jack,
to fire.
Now I'm teaching Jack.
Okay.
They training. Jack, put your finger up, Jack. Let me show you how to do this. All right, so what you gonna do?
Practice.
Y'all keep taking them out. I'm trying to show Jack.
Oh my goodness.
So in case these Negroes think they're gonna do this again.
They not getting nowhere. They are not coming to this building. And everybody continues on like nothing ever happened inside the building.
And the guys that's in the Capitol, the black guys that's the security guys.
Yeah.
They sitting back going,
oh my goodness. They didn't even have to do any work. They just sat there like they normally do when they're doing their security job.
They're walking around and they're dusting the things that's up there.
I don't even know.
Picture frames and stuff.
I don't even know. Isn't that sad that the whole scenario of what happened on January 6th with a different color of people, a different ethnic group, the whole thing would have been totally different in how it turned out. That's real sad. It's real. They even, for this, to get that far, touching the building, breaking the windows, hurting the people, we wouldn't even get that close.
And let's just say, for the sake of argument, that the one black token, there's a black token congresswoman.
Okay.
And she's part of this, the white people that went in there, the insurrection.
Okay.
And she says what Marjorie said.
Okay.
Ma, you got some water?
Okay.
Oh, she did what Marjorie said.
Okay.
And stood up on stage and said, had I been there, we would have won. And we would have brought guns.
Uh-huh.
What do you think would have happened to that black token congresswoman?
They would have sat her down. She would have been out. In fact, she may have even been arrested.
Thank you. So the bottom line is, when Michelle said no, Barack would have been under the prison.
Yes.
If he did that, it wouldn't even be, it's not even, did they even let them leave without searching them?
No. And a lot of people are even saying it. I think that's why Joy says it all the time. She said, until I see Trump in handcuffs and taken away, a lot of people are coming forth and saying this is a double. There is a privilege there.
Thank you.
And even when she mentioned those other countries, Peru didn't mess around.
No.
Germany's not messing around. Why does our country go do? Oh, he didn't mean it.
Exactly.
Oh, we'll get him later.
Because it's still race. It's still race. Let's see. Wendy says Kevin Hart is 5'3".
Oh, that is
Prince
true.
is 5'2".
Oh.
Emerald says, I love that Michelle is confident in her marriage. She sure is.
Yeah.
Emerald says we would have been stopped outside the city limits.
Yes. Not even to get in the city.
And Annette is
The
laughing.
moment you hear about us doing that, it's messed up. Because they gonna come. That's why I was saying, if you're saying that it was already mentioned, the moment that a word gets out that we are coming or thinking about, they would nip it in the bud at our houses. They would come to our houses.
It'd be over.
That's like, no, I heard you talking at the such
So
and
let's
such.
just finish that.
So, okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm. No one's going to ever be able to get away with what Comover and Marjorie Greene.
I agree. Yep.
Thank you.
That's what mother said.
Yeah, you've planted some seeds.
Nope.
You're going to reap that.
And you know it wouldn't have been if it was Barack and Michelle.
Yeah.
If Michelle stole speeches like Melania did.
They'll dog her out big time.
Michelle showed her shoulders. They lost their mind. Melania was naked.
I know. Had pictures half naked of her.
Nobody said anything.
They dogged
later
Obama's out in the beginning. They called them monkeys and everything.
Yeah.
Thank
All
you.
right, let's keep it moving.
Okay, go ahead.
When I get on them, it's just Young Miami slams Akademiks for calling her a side chick that's having a mental breakdown over Diddy's baby. Now, we talked yesterday about
having a girl.
Yeah, about Puff Daddy had a baby already.
Had a baby named her Love.
And we know he got 20 women that he sleep with. One of them is Young Miami.
Okay.
And DJ Akademiks called her a side chick. And she got mad at that.
But she is one, isn't she?
Yeah, you're a side chick.
So why she don't get
So
mad?
Young Miami and DJ Akademiks got spicy on Twitter timeline on Monday. They traded insults, accusations, and petty promotional messages. It all started because Akademiks made several comments on this past weekend's biggest celebrity news, Diddy is a daddy again. The producer announced the news on December 10th via tweet.
Diddy daddy.
Right. So basically they went back and forth. They started hitting below the belt and all kind of stuff. He came back and pretty much was saying that I bet you Young Miami and
she didn't have no babies by him, right?
No, she a side
She's
chick.
a side chick. Okay.
In other words, he was saying he didn't think nothing of you to even get you pregnant.
Well,
at least the other lady's not a side chick. She's now a baby's mama.
Well, how we know that's not her making that decision? And,
what do you mean?
And using protection.
No,
so she
she's
wouldn't
not.
get pregnant.
No.
You think she would want to?
A billionaire? Diddy's a billionaire.
Oh, well.
And so she got mad. They went back and forth with each other. And then I'm bringing this up because what is going on with this generation today? When you willing to share your man, or a man you share your women, and you don't understand your place. You don't understand that you are part of a line,
like a harem.
A harem. There's nothing special about you.
I don't know. Maybe she didn't want that. She didn't like hearing it from him.
Like, well, what are they calling it then?
Maybe she don't think she is because she's made the decision herself. She's not being taken advantage of. She's making the decision to be with him sexually or whatever reason.
So people think because
I'm in control.
Okay, so if you were with a man or a woman that is abusive to you and you make a decision to stay, does that make you any less abused?
No, I think that's different.
How?
That's, to me, because that's a physical thing that can hurt her or kill her, to be honest. But I've seen a lot of women where they feel like, even though they're the what we call in the day the side chick, the other woman or the fourth woman, because they made that decision to be in that relationship with that gentleman, they're in control. They don't feel like that title belongs to them. They feel like they're not being taken advantage of because they're making the decision to be another sexual partner for him. Well, and they don't look at it as a side chick because I made the decision to be number 2 or 3 or 4 because I want a piece of them too.
Well,
I'm in control.
Akademiks says Young Miami is like Diddy's side chick. Akademiks said, like one of them. He got like about 8 or 9. Mm-hmm. Okay, maybe I shouldn't call her a side chick because everybody like how she can be a side if she the main. but she's on the roster.
And then too, maybe she don't feel that she is on the roster. Who's to say?
So I guess a side chick is only if you have a main chick, and then everybody else is on the side.
That could be it too.
So then, okay, so she's not a side chick.
Not that lady he's with is not his wife,
right? Okay, so
or
a side
his main chick.
So a side chick is if you're outside of the main chick, but a roster is if you part of a harem. Okay.
That could be it too.
So would he like her to say that different then? Would he like her to call her part of a harem more than calling her a side chick?
I don't, because is that the true title? Is the side chick, like you just cleared it up? Because he doesn't have a main one, she's not a side. They're all his chicks. They all have their own.
You know, I watch Lovely T. I don't know if you guys watch Lovely T. She's on YouTube. You seen her? I like Lovely T. Lovely T had a good point.
What'd she say?
She said if you notice, all the women that he have children with are either Asian or Blasian or mixed. He doesn't have children with black women.
He's looking for a certain
and
look too for his
Young
kids.
Miami is a black woman. He said, and if you notice, she's the only one that he kind of like shows himself out with and stuff, because he wants to still be the black guy. You see how, remember we were talking about before when I said it's always the militant man who has the white wife.
Right.
Or married to a white woman, or date or children with white women. And they the most militant, outspoken black men about black people and stuff.
Yes.
And so maybe because he's so outspoken now, talking about we as black people, we need to take it back. We need to own this. We need to do this. We need to do this. He has to have Young Miami as the front runner in the media because she's a black woman.
So she has a face too.
But all the kids is with mixed women. Because even his baby mama, the one that died, Kim, she's dark skinned, but she's still mixed. She's not a black.
She's biracial?
She's biracial. She's not a black American woman.
I didn't know she was biracial.
Yeah, she's like West Indian and something.
Okay.
So, but all of his kids have to be mixed. I thought that was
That's
interesting.
an interesting take on this.
Yeah, I thought that was
a pattern. Is there a pattern that he has when he's want children?
Yeah.
Versus who he want to hang with and be in the limelight with. I don't know.
Annette said no, he dead for throwing ketchup on the wall. Wendy says Diddy is taking advantage of her vulnerability. I agree. She young. That's why they call her Young Miami.
In her 20s?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know, he 50. Diddy next week may be with a guy. Diddy manipulates women. Yeah, we always hear that it could be either way with him.
May swing either way, huh?
But what we do know is that he does put Young Miami in the camera front.
Maybe that's why she don't feel she's a side chick.
Maybe that's why she thinks that he's. I agree with Wendy. I think there's some manipulation going on with age. But she young. She getting money from him. I guess he buying her stuff.
Because if you think about
that's all she cared about.
The challenge, even going with the academics, is that if I was a side chick, I wouldn't be in the limelight as much.
Right. She's being manipulated.
So even though that's all happening, she doesn't see herself as a side, because she's being seen,
right. So, but she's still a side. I'd still say you're still a side chick, but she's young, so she getting her money, she getting her stuff from.
That's why I said she getting her hustle on. So maybe that's what her plan is.
And here's the issue, though, and this is kind of what Akademiks was pointing out.
Okay.
It would be fine if you didn't get mad and have mental breakdowns on the media when somebody says something or he says, notice Nick Cannon's women don't say nothing. They know their place. Young Miami don't know her place. And she keeps saying, I'm not this, I'm not that. But yet you bothered when somebody says you are. If you getting money and you doing what you need to do, it don't matter what nobody say.
That's true. You get your hustle.
Nick Cannon's women ain't saying nothing.
You got your agenda, and if people question it, that's on them.
So I agree with him. It does bother her. I believe she does have feelings for him. I believe she does want to be the only one that's in his life, and she's mad that she's not.
Maybe so.
And she trying to act like the city girl. He hit a nerve. And she trying to act like the city girl. I'm playing him. No, he's playing you.
Okay.
So that's the bottom line. So they went back and forth. She called him a punk and all this other stuff. Mm-hmm. And then talking about, I bet not see you. I bet not see you outside. In other words, they threatening him or whatever. And he Jamaican, so he ain't scared of nothing. He West Indian.
Okay.
And he said, I'm not scared of you. And then her friend, who's Saucy Santana. Do you remember Saucy Santana? The guy that dresses like a woman. That's a man that has a beard. Who I said is ugly. The one that said that women need gay men. That one. He's the one that made that comment, and I tore him to pieces for saying that.
Okay. That
we need them. We need gay men.
What for? What though? For the
they give us everything. No, our style, our look, everything. Okay. We couldn't be women if we didn't have gay men.
God forbid. Okay.
So but they pattern us. But it's I guess for him we pattern them. But anyway.
Okay.
He said he made a comment about Akademiks saying we don't see him outside, all this stuff. So now Akademiks is saying he wanted to be careful because he said he didn't want to piss off the LGBTQ community because they'll come after you.
What you say?
So he said he didn't want to piss them off, but he said he will meet him and he said, "You're not born a woman. I will beat you up. I will fight you." Young Miami, I can't fight. That's a woman. Exactly. I'm not going to fight a woman. He said, but even though you wear a dress and all this, I'm still going to fight you.
Please don't wear one when I'm ready to knock you down.
So that's the latest thing with them. They got this beef going on between Young Miami, DJ Akademiks, and
who's to say this is not PR for them?
True. Wendy says Nick's women are baby makers, not girlfriends. True. Diddy has beat on her. I hope not. We don't know. That's allegedly.
Wow.
But Nick's women are baby makers, but they do stick with him. They're part of his harem. They don't have other men in their lives.
Imagine like how some countries have harems.
Right.
These are what these women
The only one that I know has
homes.
Another man is Mariah Carey. Mm-hmm. And that was his ex-wife.
Right,
so,
right.
All right.
Okay.
Move on. GOP would protect parents who refuse to transition their child. We just talked about what's his name?
Okay.
Saucy Santana, who is not transgender. Saucy Santana just dresses up like women.
This would protect
parents.
No, Wade.
No.
The Wade family?
No.
No.
Representative Virginia Foxx bill seeks to prevent child protective services from intervening when parents oppose gender transitions.
Okay.
Representative Virginia Foxx, Republican from North Carolina, introduced a bill Tuesday that would protect parents from losing custody of a child if they refuse to allow the child to undergo social or medical gender transitions. Parents have the right and responsibility to keep their children safe, Fox, a ranking member of the House Committee on Education and Labor, told Fox News. This includes making decisions about life-altering medical treatments and interventions. I agree.
So in this situation, using Dwayne Wade,
no, they're not the same.
It's not the same.
No,
like she don't want the child to have.
If she has all custody, if she has full custody, then yeah.
Okay.
But they're saying if let's say that Dwayne Wade's child wants to have it,
right?
He doesn't have the right to say no, you can't. Without child protective services coming in and taking the child away. Oh. So this lady, this Republican, wants to put a bill out there that says a parent does have the right to say that until you become grown or whatever
at the age,
and then you can make that determination. I don't see what's wrong with that.
But if you have two parents that who have different opinions,
I still say there's nothing that's one parent should be able to say no until that child becomes an adult.
Okay,
that's it.
So it's still the same as far as when that child is of age. Regardless if the parents are together or not, or agree or not, that child can make the decision.
Determining your child is not going to receive gender transition intervention is not abuse.
Right.
I agree.
Okay.
It is a parent's rightfully making a decision for his or her child.
Some parents have voiced that this is because they feel like the child is wanting this and the parent is not allowing them to be free and become who they feel they are.
They call that child
abuse.
So what if
now that child is fighting you because that's what they feel and they believe.
Exactly.
And you're saying, no, I don't care what you believe, what you feel. I'm not allowing you to feel that way. That's abuse, Ma. I feel this way.
Exactly.
So
she's saying that she's introducing a bill that protects a parent that should be able to say that.
From not being.
See what I was saying when I was talking about
okay.
I'm not Democrat or Republican.
Right.
I'm not a Democrat that believes that a parent should have the right to, your child should be taken away from you. If Democrats vote against this, what are you saying? You saying a parent doesn't have the right to say, my child can't go through a surgery without my permission?
What they're saying, some people are saying on the other side, yes.
Then that's wrong.
It's almost like the contraceptive. You don't have to tell your mom you have an STD if you're underage. You can have an abortion, right?
Right.
So why is that okay? But yet I can't have a sex transit. You don't agree with me with
because
the
an abortion. I don't think you should have that. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, you do. That doesn't alter your life, your body.
But you getting rid of that baby does.
But I agree that they should have some say-so.
Wow, that's a tough one.
And if they don't, I feel like you need to show something other than that to show that they're not fit to be a parent.
Yeah.
Like, in other words, if I want to have an abortion and I'm 16 and my parents say no, I need to show more than just them saying no to show they're not good parents. Like they're abusive or they don't care about me. I raised myself.
No on this decision.
Right. You don't make any decisions about me. So why this one? Then I can see,
Because the episode of Grey's Anatomy, I told you the young girl came in underage.
Yeah.
And they said you don't have to have your mom's permission.
You don't.
And she said, go ahead with it. And they gave her pills.
And I think you should have your parents' permission.
Wow.
And I think unless you show that your parents are not in your life as far as making decisions, then you should have your parents. That's my opinion.
Wow.
But that's a touchy one.
Whew, those of you who have kids and teenagers, this is
But I definitely agree that there should be a law that protects the parent.
For some reason, I was always thinking in my head, any child that lives with you, as a guardian, as a parent under 18, still should abide by your rules as far as that is concerned.
But that's what, you hear Republicans saying that Democrats are trying to take away rights of parents. It's little things like this that does take away the rights of a parent.
Wow.
Okay. Emerald says, if women want that drag queen look, then yes, they do come in handy. Wendy says they can't pay for it. They need a parent's help, $50,000. Well, no, not if they got money. Because you can make money now on YouTube and stuff.
I know.
So some of these kids come in with money. Some of these kids have more money than their parents.
I know. Isn't that sad?
Playing video games and stuff on YouTube and Twitch and all of that. And crypto and all of that. So not that having the money, I think you need to have the parents sign off. And if you don't have the parents sign off, I think you have to go before a judge and show why they don't really make decisions in your life on anything else. So why should they make it on this one? I think then you can do it on your own.
Is it up to what's that word? Is it emancipate? What is it?
Emancipated. If you're going to do that, then you should be emancipated.
Because the child, they make that decision, right?
Right, the judge.
They can go to the judge and say, I don't want to be with my family no more.
If you want to go and get transgender surgery without your parents' permission, then you need to stand before a judge and become emancipated.
Wow.
You need to live on your own. You need to do all that on your own. If you're that grown to make that decision.
And the scary thing about
but yet they'll make that comment and then make the parent not have any choice, and then make the parent the child comes back to the house.
Yeah.
And why are you living with me?
Oh,
and I'm paying for you if I don't have no choice
that
over you.
Child could even be with another person, an adult living with them. And then that's another law that's a problem too. It's just so much with kids. Yeah, you got to really be careful.
All right, okay. Iranian soccer player sentenced to death after protesting against the death of that Mahsa Amini. Remember we talked about the Iranian players that were protesting. Well, this guy, an Iranian soccer player, has been sentenced to death after protesting against the death of Mahsa Amini. I hope that's how you say her name. According to the Iran Wire. Amir Nasir Azandi, y'all know these names, was arrested in November in relation to killing of a police colonel. He has been accused of waging war against God and will be hanged. An Iranian professional soccer player has been sentenced to death after protesting against the death of the lady. Amir was arrested in November in relation to the killing of a police colonel and 2 volunteer militia members. He has been accused of waging war against God and will be hanged, according to Iran Wire. It was during a protest that these guys was that the police officer was.
That's what I was saying. I'm confused because I'm thinking maybe
it's during a protest.
But I was thinking that if he hurt somebody,
he didn't. It was during a protest.
Oh, okay.
We stand in solidarity. This is what the soccer people international. Mm-hmm. We stand in solidarity with the mayor and call for the immediate removal of his punishment.
And I'm thinking that more and more people would have to stand up for this.
There have been widespread protests in Iran since September, since the death of the 22-year-old Amini, who died in custody after being detained by morality police on suspicion of breaking the country's strict rules around head coverings. Mm-hmm. Witness accused police officers of forcing her into a van and beating her. Nazir last played for the Persian Gulf Pro League side Tractor, but has not played professionally since his last appearance in November of 2017. According to Iran Wire, he is one of 28 Iranians who have been sentenced to death for their parts in the protests. Mm-hmm. Among those are 3 children who have all been accused of corruption on earth.
And taking they trying to do God, and supposedly God's law is for killing them.
The 3 children were physically tortured during their detention. Yeah. On December 8th, Iran conducted its first execution in relation to the protests. Now, I said all of that in contrast to Marjorie Greene. Mm. Imagine if she lived in this country and she said what she
wouldn't
said.
Be able to live in that country.
Imagine those people who stormed the Capitol if they lived in this country, or in Iran.
And if any of them were females, they'll be shot down.
Yep. And this is just a police officer died during the protest. Mm-hmm. How many police officers died when they stormed the Capitol?
Yeah, a lot. So, I think we're still looking at these countries with the treatment of females, unfortunately, all in the name of their God. It's just unfortunate that their God, I'm thinking it's so sad because they're doing it all in as far as the name of their God and an honor, to bring in honor to the dishonor to their families. When the women step out of line, they can take their lives and violate them. And I'm thinking it's just really unfortunate that that's still happening even to today, 2022. And we're all getting a spotlight of it now. Now the world is kind of waking up with social media going, oh my, this is happening in Iran. This is happening in Afghanistan.
Thank you.
This is happening in Pakistan.
And we have freedom here.
We have so much freedom.
All right.
Yeah.
Keep on moving.
Yeah. Come on.
All right. FTX. Y'all know about the FTX guy, the crypto guy. Mm-hmm. Looking at the time. FTX founder indicted on 8 criminal charges, including fraud and conspiracy. They finally picked him up. FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried was indicted on 8 criminal charges, including wire fraud and conspiracy by misusing customer funds, according to an indictment from the U.S. Attorney of the Southern District of New York. So they picked him up and they went ahead and charged him. He was stealing money. He had FTX, remember I used to
trading.
Well, you remember I like Tom Brady, right? And he was pushing FTT or the coin,
okay.
And it was sold on FTX. It was sold on other ones too, other exchanges, but FTX was one of the exchanges. Okay. It's like crypto.com or any of those.
Okay.
And he was taking money and embezzling and stealing it. Stole over raising.
And you didn't have to do this.
No.
That's another thing about being privileged. There's things that a lot of these criminals do in this level of crime, white collar crime. They don't really have to.
But my whole
They're making money just even in a normal life.
My whole thing of bringing this up is that they're coming after the crypto world.
Yeah.
Because remember I told you, because I'm a big crypto person.
People are already nervous about
anything the government can't control it will shut it down.
They will shut it down.
And so, he's a whole nother, he's going to be the reason why they said we have to be able to control it.
Thank you.
Because if we can't control it, you're going to have people like him that's going to steal your money and go off.
He's the poster boy for what the government has been trying to say. We got to have control.
So I'm fine with having it be monetized or whatever.
Okay. Controlled by the
controlled or whatever, but we are going to digital currency. So I don't know why everybody keeps thinking that it's not going to be here. It's still going to be here, and there's still some crypto that I still keep.
Okay,
so we'll just see what happens.
He's the reason why they really want to put their foot in the door.
He's the reason, because of people like him stealing people's monies on these exchanges. And now you got people who are scared of crypto now. They done pulled out and they don't even want to touch it with a 10-foot pole.
The government is even tapping into what we do with Cash App.
Everything.
And Zelle.
Everything.
And if we're doing a business and we're getting paid through these apps, now we got to report it.
Yep.
Okay.
Wendy says, I don't think a lot of kids have access to $50,000. I agree. But the law would be for any kid can make that decision.
Watch, it'll be a Kardashian kid when they get older.
Or it doesn't even have to be their money. People can pay for it, like organizations. So that you have the right to be transgender. If you want to have a change or something, it will be groups that'll pay for it.
It will cover you.
Yeah.
Because that's what you feel.
Yeah.
That's what's in your heart.
They'll cover
it. You can't
it.
stop how you're feeling.
Right. We'll cover it.
Yeah. Okay.
And real quick, New Jackson State head coach is now T.C. Taylor.
So that's what after what's his name left.
Nearly 2 weeks after Jackson State University head coach Deion Sanders accepted a head coaching position at Colorado, Jackson State athletic director Ashley Robinson's nationwide search to determine Sanders' successor has led him to T.C. Taylor, the Tigers' current wide receivers coach. The promotion is a natural progression for Taylor, a Macomb, Mississippi native who was particularly raised in Mississippi. He attended Jackson State games as a young fan and played for JSU from 1998 to 2001 and returned to the Tigers in 2019 as a position coach. God always told me I'll have an opportunity to come back here and be a part of this program. But to have this opportunity to be the head coach and the guy up from leading the charge is an unbelievable moment right now, Taylor said. I'm seriously still kind of taking it all in, but I am excited about it, geared up and ready to go. Now, my thing is, Deion Sanders said he had told them people who he thought should have the position.
I hope the bar
is he one of them that he said that he should have it? I don't know.
I hope the bar is not so high that it's going to be hard to maintain what Deion Sanders has put in place. But yeah, that's a good question. Is he one of those gentlemen that,
that Deion Sanders said he wanted? They don't say that.
See?
So I'm curious if that's one of the ones that he said that he would like to see take over his position.
But all eyes will be on him, believe it or not.
So that's it for that.
That's pressure. That's a lot of pressure.
Yep. Did you have anything else?
Nope.
So let's watch. We'll follow these cases. We still following the Shanquilla case, guys.
Yep.
The last was that and Wendy, I saw your thing on Nancy Grace. She on it. Nancy Grace is on it. Y'all know Nancy Grace.
So just follow up.
She ain't gonna
Nancy
let that
Grace.
go. What you say, Mom?
She's good.
Yeah, my mother says she's good. We following that. So Nancy Grace, when we hear anything new that breaks on that case, we'll let y'all know on that one. What's his name is back Today show. Al Roker.
Oh,
Al Roker's out of the hospital.
The
Al Roker is back.
Oh, that's good. Okay, I like him and his wife.
Yeah,
they're good people.
I don't know what's going on with Nick Cannon. Somebody find out if Nick Cannon is out the hospital yet.
And then you said CJ has got a replacement.
Who is
for the news? Is it CJ?
Oh, on the
or
guy.
AJ. Is it AJ?
I don't remember his name. The black guy who was with the white lady on the news
on the ABC news.
ABC.
Good Morning
America. They replaced him with a young black guy who's a member of Kappa Alpha Psi.
Single.
And he's single and he's good looking.
Nice looking.
And all the women want him. So they decided to go with a single guy this time.
How is Putin doing since he fell down?
And my mother wants to know how Putin is doing.
She just realized
since he fell down the stairs.
We've been talking about him the last 2-3 days. Putin.
Oh yeah, Wendy said Trevor Noah is gone. That's the update. Trevor Noah is gone. And did you guys see what he said? He loved black women and he all this. Now I think he dates a white woman, but it doesn't matter.
That's what's so okay.
I don't care.
It's funny.
His mom is a black woman.
It's funny you said that because you think the moment he was saying that, I was like, oh, and then I see who he's dating. I went, oh.
I think it's Dupa. Is he dating Dupa, the pop singer? I think so.
But that's wonderful.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't neglect. It doesn't take away from the
black women are beautiful. They're God's beautiful.
But he didn't say nothing about that. He talked about. He didn't talk. That's what I'm saying. He didn't say stuff like sexy and all of that. He made it more like wise and wisdom. And I was thinking that he was talking about. But his mom.
See,
He's mixed. He's not a full black man.
That's the question that people.
No, his mom is black.
That's because not his dad, right?
His dad is white.
His dad is black.
I think his dad is.
Trevor's dad black?
Look, I think his dad is. Right? I think Trevor's mom is black.
If his mom is not black, then I'll understand.
I think his mom is black.
Okay, because he said mom like my mom, right?
Yeah, she black.
Okay, that's the question that everybody asks when you're biracial.
Yeah, when you are biracial, it don't matter.
Because remember, Tia and Tamara, one married a black man, one married a white man, and their mom was black.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, you don't have a type, or maybe whoever you fall in love with, it don't matter. But when the person starts talking about, like, let's say the one that's married to the white guy, she's talking about black men are so powerful and they're strong, and you love when they come in and their muscles pop and they have such a smile on their face. And then you look at her husband and he's white.
And see, I don't mind if you. Here's the thing.
You laugh. You just laugh at.
But here's the thing that we got to be clear with, because I don't want people to be like, oh, they don't like people that.
No. I
don't care if people date.
It's not about
it's what
caring.
You say. It's like, for instance, if I get on here all the time and I talk about, I love men with six packs, and I love men that are in shape, even though I'm not. I love men that are in shape, that exercise every day, and they look good, like, and they work out, and they just the finest men in the world are the men that work out. And then I bring my husband on, and he Fat Albert. Y'all would be like, okay, I'm not saying you don't love him, but that's not how you talking about it.
But that's different.
How?
Because he's talking about his mother.
I just said that. I said if I talk about a man being sexy and everything, and I love this man. I mean, not love, but I think men are in shape. Yeah, I think he was talking about his mother.
I thought he was saying like my mom.
I said he was saying black women.
Well, he said black women like my mom too, didn't he? I thought he said like my mom. Because he's talking about the black. She was a strong woman in his life.
How you do this?
What are you trying to do? That it's the Chrome thing.
All right, go here.
I'm just saying people look at it that way too. You can go to me if you want.
Right here?
Yeah.
This is the internet? Oh. All right, let's see.
Things that make you go, It's not that we're being racist or anything like that, but you do kind of think, oh, black women are so strong to him, and he looks at black women like this, and blah, and then he comes in with his girlfriend that's not black, and you're like, oh, okay.
Did you do your thing? All right, let's see. All right. Keep going. You ain't gotta look. I want to make sure this is updated.
Honestly, most importantly, I'm grateful to you. Every single one of you. I'm so grateful. I remember when we started the show, we couldn't get enough people to fill an audience. And I always think it's good. That's how comedy is, funny enough. I remember all my shows, people didn't.
Let's get to the black.
People who share the clips, everyone who's had an opinion, everyone who's been kind enough. Thank you. I'm eternally grateful to you. And this is random for some, but special shout out to black women. I've often been credited with, having these grand ideas of people like, oh, Trevor, you're so smart and and then I'm like, who do you think teaches me? Who do you think has shaped me, nourished me, informed me? From my mom, my gran, my aunt, all these black women in my life, but then in America as well. I always tell people, if you truly want to learn about America, talk to black women. Yeah, because unlike everybody else, black women cannot afford to f around and find out. Black people understand how hard it is when things go bad, especially in America, but any place where black people exist, whether it's Brazil, whether it's South Africa, wherever it is, when things go bad, black people know that it gets worse for them. But black women in particular, they know what shit is, genuinely. People always be shocked. They'll be like, why do black women turn out the way they do in America? Why do they vote the way they... Yeah, because they know what happens if things do not go the way it should. They cannot afford to around and find out. And to black women who have taught me, all of them, I mean, the scholars online, the authors, everybody, the Roxanne Gays, the Tressie McMillan Cottons, I'll remember the names, the Zoe Tamudzis, the brilliant, brilliant women have taken the time to inform me, to educate me, to argue with me. The Tarana Burks who, laughed with me, talking about everything from sexual assault to just what life is like. Yeah, man, I'll tell you now, do yourself a favor. You truly want to know what to do or how to do it, or maybe the best way or the most equitable way, talk to black women. They're a lot of the reason that I'm here, and so I'm grateful to them. I'm grateful to every single one of you. This has been an honor. Thank you.
He didn't say date one.
That's all I'm saying.
So that's the question.
I understand why I was laughing when I saw this. I went, oh, this is beautiful that you've learned a lot, and you're right. Black women do contribute a lot. And then I see him in the arms with another girl race, and I went, oh, okay.
I know. But I like Trevor though. You see how we let people get away with stuff if we like them? You see that? You see how if you like somebody, you let them get away with more.
That is so funny.
I like Trevor though.
I do. I still love him though. I understand why some people are looking at that like.
Because you're thinking at the end, he's going to say, if you really want, not just talk to a black woman, get yourself a black woman. He didn't say that, though.
No, he didn't.
He said, talk to a black woman.
Just talk to him.
He
Learn
didn't say,
from him. Grow from him.
He didn't say, get yourself one.
Don't date him.
Right.
But he didn't say not to date him.
But then if that's who he's in love with, that's who he's in love with.
Love is hopefully you don't see color when you fall
that's
in love.
That's what I'm saying.
Fall in love with somebody.
But you know one thing I love about Trevor though, if somebody said that and brought that to his attention, he wouldn't run away from it. He would say, "You're right."
Say like you just said.
He would say, "You're right."
Fell in love with this young
but
lady.
I'm saying I like Trevor because Trevor would say, "You're right." You're right. But that's who I happen to fall in love with. I know what you're saying. I agree with you totally.
And we don't know if he's in love with her.
We don't know. He could just be dating
just a girlfriend. Okay.
All right. So Emerald says, I am going to miss Trevor. He was amazing at this. And Emerald says, yay, Trevor. So go, Trevor. So we'll see. I like Dupa. She's a celebrity.
Okay.
Wendy says, I was disappointed. Yeah. But we love Trevor, everybody. So God bless him, and you got to remember,
he's got some new journeys.
He is biracial. So it's not like he's.
That's why I look at the twins, Tia and Tamara. I'm thinking
they're biracial.
They're biracial.
Yeah.
But one just got married fell in love.
Yeah.
With a black man, and they're divorced now. That ain't good. And the other one fell in love with a white man. Yeah. So I love the fact that they're open to
and
race.
Tamara might go with a white guy next.
That's true.
She could do whatever.
Whoever you fall in love with. I
don't care who anybody goes with.
I'm just saying when you the reason why I'm making it funny is because when you on there making this big speech about black men.
Well, I said that. I said if I went into a whole big spew about men, I love men with muscles, and I think every man should be together, put his body at first, and eat healthy. And if you want anything, listen to a man that knows how to put himself in shape. And if I could do anything, I would be around somebody. That's actually the same because I'm heavy. I'm heavy. Like Trevor is dark, black.
Yeah, okay.
So I listen to a man that's into his diet. Okay. Listen to a man that's into his health, that knows how to exercise. I feel like that helps motivate me. And then I bring my husband on who look like Fat Albert.
And everybody be like, you didn't listen to the man.
I didn't say marry a man. I said, listen. Now, my trainer is all of that.
Okay.
He motivates me. He's into shape. But how would that make your husband feel?
I don't know.
See, so that he would understand Trevor. That make black women feel a little, I love you, but that do kind of, that's a sting to us a little bit.
Yeah.
Thank you for everything you said, though. We love that.
This is along the lines of the conversations we've had with your preference.
It could be
but
preference.
You don't marry your preference. Like my coworker to this day, she's a brunette. Her husband loves blondes.
And she's a brunette.
And he fell in love with her.
But imagine if he was on national television talking about blondes.
Yeah.
How would that, even though she knows he loves her, that's a little of a sting there.
A dig there.
It's a little sting there. But that's okay. We love Trevor.
Things that make you go,
yeah, we love Trevor.
I love him though.
I think that's why nobody made an uproar about it. Because I think black people, we love Trevor.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah,
okay.
so... All right, y'all. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
If Kanye would have said it, it would have been all over the news.
Oh, gosh.
Because he married a white woman.
But he's building black women up.
No, if he would have said all of that.
Black women are this, and always listen to a black woman.
And he don't listen to no black woman. Right.
But you married a person that's not black.
Yeah. So, or keep talking about his kids. And Hitler, loving Hitler. And his kids would have been the first in the oven.
Oh, stop. Oh, that's not nice.
It's the truth.
People say, that's not funny.
He thought they were worse than black people.
Oh, yeah.
Because they mixed races.
Mixed the races. Because he did not like the mixture of
races. He thought, he would think Kanye's kids are worse.
Because they're biracial.
Than black kids. Than full-born black kids.
That's true.
Hitler, if he was alive, would hate Kanye's kids more than black kids.
Yeah, as far as the levels of not liking a certain race.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right. Emerald says, thank you, ladies. All right, ladies. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Always believe. Subscribe on Twitch and subscribe on our new channel, Woods Relax Sleep Sounds. Mm-hmm. And that was another Woods Report. See you later.